All right, on this week's edition, we're going to kick off a new series called What Is That? And tell you a little bit more about a building that you probably have seen almost every day, but you may not know too much about, the Purina Tower. All right, so we're here today with Hamilton Palmer, who is a local surveyor who has owned the Purina Tower since 1999. The Purina Tower is getting ready to celebrate its 100th anniversary. It was built in 1919 by young Sweetster. It was a grain elevator storage and warehouse facility for the farm supply company, and it's had a variety of uses over the years. It's now Hamilton's office, as well as the home of Green Fitness here. And so Hamilton was kind enough to show us around. So Hamilton, let's go inside and you can tell us about the tower.
Good. We're right now in the warehouse portion of the Purina buildings, and this area was originally used to store grain and hay. We went in and restored this area, took the floors, sanded them down, removed a row of columns underneath this monitor that we've got up here, and put these new columns in, put the glass wall that you see right now in there. We raised the ceiling in here and put these LVLs in. Green Fitness has been in here and uses this space. They've done a good job with it. It's well utilized. This is a blast-proof door, and it was put in because the grain has a high flash point to it. Well, I'll open the door now and we'll go into the grain elevator. This building was built in 1919. It was concrete, all concrete, slip-form construction, state-of-the-art at the time. It was a continuous pour starting from the basement all the way to the top, and it was completed December of 1919. The reason why this building's here is because it is adjacent to the railroad, which is RF&P, and they used to take grain and bring grain in by rail car. There are 9 10x10 modules in here, and some of them have bins in them, 4 bins to a module that go up probably 50 or 60 feet high. And they stored different grains. You might have oats in one, wheat in another. They would blend them and then put them in sacks and store them out in the warehouse. There was a conveyor system that went all the way down into the basement, which is where the honey pit is, which is where the grain was dumped to originally. These cups picked that grain up, went up to the top, and when they got to the top, they dumped the grain out, and they would dump them into these different bins. And so this was a cup system. It was all run by a system of large motors and pulleys and belts. And you'll look over here, there are some wheels from the original wheels that used to operate the systems in here. Okay, we will go into the cold storage room in here that also had another use during the 50s. And you can see this big heavy door, and we've kept it. And in this room, on this wall over here, we had communication equipment that local government used during the 50s. This was a fallout shelter. Somewhere around here, there's some civil defense signs. Back in 1999 and the 2000 time frame, when we were preparing to do the restoration, Herlong Architects, a local architectural firm, helped out with the plans and the permitting, and also for the historic tax credits, and they were very helpful. Thank you for coming in, and I hope this answers the questions about what is that.
That's it for this week's edition. Be sure to tune in next week, and we'll see you then.